So we've had several tablets come out since the Xiaomi Pad 6 was released, but now that it's 2024, is it still a good option? Well, let's talk about it. As far as the price goes, it's just over $300 right now in the United States, which is pretty good compared to some of the others in this price range. It's got 128 gigabytes of storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM. There's also a 256 gigabyte version as well. One downside is there's no micro SD card slot like on some of the other Android tablets, but the build quality on here is actually really nice. It feels more premium than other tablets like the Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. The display on here is really nice. It's got fairly small bezels all the way around as well. It's got an IPS LCD 11-inch display with 1800 by 2800 resolution. Nice thing is it's got up to 144 Hertz refresh rate, so a big advantage there. That's something you don't see in most tablets in this category. It's about 550 nits brightness, so plenty bright enough for most things that I would need to do. You don't get a fingerprint scanner on here like the Tab S9 FE series, which would be nice to see on here, but overall it's got good screen quality when compared to other tablets in this category. Battery life on here is also a little above average, lasting about 7 hours in my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness. Obviously there's a lot of variables when it comes to battery life. It also has 33 watt fast charging as well, but this one should last a couple days of mixed usage, especially if you turn the screen brightness down. Software-wise, the Xiaomi Pad 6 has been upgraded from MIUI 14 to Xiaomi HyperOS, which is on Android 14. It might just look slightly different from the previous version. You still have Google Discover left of the home screen, and it's nice that you can adjust things up in the corner, like the volume right on the screen, similar to an iPad. I definitely like what they're doing as far as software goes. It's sort of a mix between Android and iPad OS. This one also has Workstation, which may come in handy if you want to be a little more productive. Actually has everything in floating windows, somewhat similar to Samsung DeX, but a little bit different. One advantage with the Xiaomi Pad 6 over something like the S9 FE is you've got video out on this, so you can connect this to an external monitor, TV, or projector using an HDMI adapter. I believe they also have an official keyboard and is compatible with the 2nd gen Xiaomi Smart Pen. It's tough to say how long you'll get software updates. I saw one place where it said you would get 3 years software, 5 years security, so somewhat comparable to Samsung. So it's probably got some time left before you'd have to worry about that. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon 870 is still one of the better ones out there in my opinion. It's even higher than the S9 FE on single core and multi-core scores, but a little less on GPU score. It definitely feels nice and snappy and fairly smooth overall. You'll definitely feel the difference if you compare this to the Redmi Pad SE or the Galaxy Tab A9 Plus. This one's gonna feel quite a bit smoother. Gaming on here is also fairly smooth. When playing games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9, those type of games are fairly smooth on here. I think this would be a good option if you're someone who wants to do some mobile gaming from time to time. Unfortunately, you don't get a headphone jack on here, but this one does have a quad speaker setup, 2 speakers on each side, and they actually sound really nice, especially if you turn on Dolby Atmos. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what they sound like. The cameras on here is sort of what you would expect on a tablet in this category, maybe slightly better in some cases. You have a 13 megapixel on the back, 8 megapixel on the front, and you can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second for video recording, so it should be fine for Zoom meetings, other video conference calls, and those types of things. Here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of what to expect. So for me, I feel like this tablet is still worth it in 2024, especially if you compare it to some of the competition. But as always, you've got more tablets coming out soon that might be worth checking out, like the Redmi Pad Pro, which is going to be larger. And of course, the new Xiaomi Pad 7 should be coming out here soon too. But then you also have tablets like the new Tab S6 Lite 2024 edition as well. If you like tablets, phones, and other tech, I'm working on a lot more stuff right now, so keep an eye out for those upcoming videos.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.